All right, Steelers Nation, let's get right to it, man. Your boy is freshly back from the combine, and I must say, it was a dope experience. Shout out to Indianapolis and all the amazing people out there. Combine off the chain, baby. So let's get to it, man. Like I said, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe either. The guy that has got my attention, and just talking with a lot more of the draft analysts, the guys that really deep dive into this thing, is Amarius Mims, the right tackle out of Georgia. I mean, when we're talking him, he is a very unique player from my perspective. The more of these analysts you talk to, man, they are like, yo, this is a guy that you got to be looking out for. This is a guy you want to watch for, man. He has this. So, of course, I do like any true football nerd would do. I went home and cut on that tape. And, I like what I see on the tape. Problem is, it wasn't a lot of tape. 4 games, 4 starts is what he's had. He's played in more than 4 games, that what he's only started 4. And the 4 games that he started was the semifinal game last year versus Ohio, I think it was Ohio State, and then the national championship versus TCU. And then he started the home opener, he started the conference opener. Home opener, when he got hurt, and then came back for the last game of the season. So, like I said, not a ton of starter tape. But what I will say is this: when you cut the tape on, you see a dude that checks off a lot of those boxes, right? When you're talking size, when you're talking passing the eyeball test, the dude passes that. Big mammoth of a man, in terms of height, weight, nothing that's going to, be like, oh yeah, I think I can run up on that. No, that's the first guy off the bus type body type. All right, he does have that. The next thing that I would say is when you look at his, legs, like got massive tree trunks. He wears his he wears his football pants like mid thigh. You're like, bro, you're an old lineman. What are you doing? Like, I love it. All right, so all of that looks good. In terms of when you actually watching him play, in terms of the run game, he's moving people out the way, right? Hat in hands, blah blah blah. Driving him off, man, getting him on that track, man. So I'm loving that. Love the physicality that he plays with. Has the ability to pull. Definitely like that as well, man. Like I said, a big, massive athlete. But then let's talk pass pro. Very smooth feet, can bend, has more than enough size and strength to anchor versus the bull rush. Like I said, to me, man, I thought he handled some of the twists really well. The games that I really watched was the semifinals in the TCU national championship game. Obviously, we know it got gory, right? But for the part before it got all the way gory, when it was slightly, we could allow ourselves to say competitive, he was showing up in a big way, man, clearing out a lot of holes. Now, I do like that. Some of the knocks, though, right? Like I said, just not a lot of tape. When you're talking about 4 starts, that is crazy, right? But at the same time, when you look at where he was playing at Georgia, when you look at the 2 consecutive starts that he did have, semifinal national championship game, he was playing at an extremely high level. Obviously kept Stetson Bennett clean, and we know that O-line was stacked. Whether you're talking, Amarius, Cedric Van Pran was at the center. Then you obviously had Broderick at left tackle. So we know a ton of talent up there, but he was a big part of that. Now, he was rotating also. All right, I will throw that out there. The other guy ended up getting banged up a little bit, so he ends up staying there a little bit more. But that, like I said, to me does, give me a little bit of cause for the pause for a cause, But at the same time, the tape is the tape, and the tape does show a very productive player when he is out there. Now, in terms of the injury that he sustained, it was a high ankle sprain. Being a guy that's experienced that before, it's not anything that makes you concerned from a long-term perspective, but in the sense of trying to return in a singular season, that could be challenging. And that's a big reason why he only played 2 games, this season. And then obviously Georgia didn't make it into the college football playoff. So, he did what, most of the prospects are doing right now. Chill out, it makes sense. Get back healthy, get back right. But I do like him a lot, man. I do think he's one of those guys that if you're bringing him in here, I like the fact that we already know with Omar Khan saying that he wants to put Broderick Jones back at left tackle, his natural position. It does open up the right tackle spot. And to me, seeing Amarius Mims, in the starts that he did have, I thought that he played extremely well. I thought that he could play, I thought that he was good in the run game as well as in pass protection. And he has that just size, big body, man. So when we're talking about Arthur Smith's offensive approach, we know he wants maulers in that ring game. He's going to want you to be able to blow guys off the ball, and Amarius can give you that. He also can hold up in pass pro, which I do like. I also am a fan of the fact that you're putting him back with Broderick, who, like I said, when them two dudes were together, last time them two dudes were on the field together, they won a national championship. They do have a certain level of pedigree. You look at George Pickens. I mean, you just think about how many Georgia players from that national championship team are in the league, right? It's a big reason, right? They had a ton of talent down there, and yeah, the more of those guys you could get, the better. It's like the old school version of how we looked at Bama. Okay, so when I think of Amarius Mims, man, he's definitely somebody that I'm starting to get even more intrigued about potentially taking at 20, man, if we were going to go the tackle position, especially now that we know Broderick will be left. So I don't, I'm not opposed to that at all, man. But you guys let me know your thoughts on Amarius Mims. Like I said, 4 starts. Is that enough for you to feel confident taking him in the first? Is that enough for you to feel confident with him coming out here and potentially being our starter day one? I do like the fact that Pat Myers has already shown that he can work with and develop a younger guy. We saw it with Broderick Jones. So I do like that a lot. And that was with Broderick playing out of position at the right tackle spot. Let's not lose sight of that. So I do have a little bit more confidence in his development now that I've seen Pat Myers already do that with Broderick to an extent, and have Dan Moore playing at a level where we at least were getting, varsity level, right? Wasn't earth-shattering, but it was varsity. So I do like those type of things right there. But like I said, y'all drop it in the comment section, and I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.